Well, they released a Keeping Up with Star roll for Himeko, so let's go. Oh god. Hi again. God's sake.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear viewers. Welcome to this episode of Keeping Up with Star Rail. Today, we will walk alongside someone who was truly written, setting forth into their life.
Looking for me?
Ah, no.
Oh god, hi
Today's
again.
star and guest of honor. Neither of them is you.
No need to be so nervous. I was passing by. Figured I'd drop in. We're not underway just yet, are we?
He's
I
talking
wanna
about
see
his
just
kid,
how
it makes
far along
sense.
she is on this
Yeah,
journey of hers.
cursed.
You just happen to pass by into the middle of the studio?
Yeah,
When it comes
get
to
the hell
her,
out of
I'm
there.
never entirely out of the loop.
Run.
Of course.
Run, man.
Let's start from the story of how she got to where she is today. She once gazed up at the stars and once fixed the fallen express all by herself. Setting out from the person she once dreamed of becoming, she grew into a navigator truly capable of leading her companions forward. Now she stands with the flag in hand, guiding
Let's
the way forward,
go.
moving together with the express crew toward what lies beyond. On this episode of Keeping Up with
A
Star
banner
Rail, we
in
take a look at
pairing
the
with a
navigator
javelin
who marches
seemingly that
boldly ahead
shoots
on the
electricity.
trailblazing path. Himeko Nova!
It sounds like you're saying she's someone who has left everything in her past far, far behind her.
What? Do you feel that I'm being a little too one-sided?
Don't worry. What needs to be said will be said in due time. For a program like this, the build-up matters too. Wouldn't you agree? Please,
Run.
go on.
Get the hell away from him.
Alright. Himeko Nova is a fire character following the
Mech.
path of erudition. She can have her entire team pilot a giant mech in battle, and she's also the first character to possess an assist skill. Together with the mech, she provides reliable support.
My hope
throughout
is
her
long
teammates'
term they
actions.
apply
Now, this
something
is
like
what you
this
call
to
a
the Stellaron
blood-pumping
Hunters
combo
too.
move.
Let them commit
no easy
murders.
feat. Watching
Oh,
everyone's
showing
back
all
out
the
there.
express crew.
Nice.
Cursed coffee, of course.
When using her basic attack, she deals fire damage to one designated enemy.
Good. Much more to the point than all those overly flashy openings.
When using her skill, Himeko Nova gains Navigator Semaphore for a set number of turns and immediately recovers all assist skill uses. While Navigator Semaphore is active, all allies deal increased damage. Up next, prepare to witness navigation tech so authentic, its very existence resonates. As long as Himeko Nova is on the field, she can deploy the territory's Star Blazer Vistoscape, allowing the Star Blazer to join the fight and granting allies an assist skill. When an ally uses an assist skill, Star Blazer immediately launches an attack. After dealing multiple instances of fire damage to all enemies, Star Blazer then deals additional fire damage multiple times to one random enemy. At the same time, Himeko Nova gains increased all-type res pen and critical damage, and her attacks can ignore weakness types to reduce toughness. It's worth noting that using Himeko Nova's assist skill does not consume any assist skill uses and deals increased damage. While Navigator Semaphore is active, at the start of each of her turns, Himeko Nova gains one assist skill use.
And those of the Express? Don't they pride themselves on having some special bond with each other?
Yes, they
When
do.
certain trailblazing companion characters use their
Let's
assist
go.
skill, she activates a unique companion protocol.
This is the weird
With the
one.
Trailblazer,
With
Sunday,
her, is it
or
worth
Dawn
running a
uses
full
an assist skill.
Trailblazer team,
Himeko Nova
or
gains
is it
companion
actually
protocol
worth
30.
running characters like,
Meanwhile,
for example,
when March
the
7th
New
or Well
Blade
uses an
or
assist skill, she
Treeby,
gains
who are
companion protocol
incredible
decimation.
supportive characters?
That means there's more than one way to pilot this mech.
Right! With two different ways to pilot the mech, the team can explore two levels of tactical depth. In the companion
Interesting.
protocol verdict mode, damage dealt by Himeko Nova increases and her ultimate damage gets an extra boost. Whenever allies use their ultimates a certain number of times, Himeko Nova will also immediately launch an assist skill without consuming any usage.
Nice.
So in this mode, allies using their ultimates will increase how often Himeko Nova uses her assist skill. And in Companion Protocol Decimation mode, all allies gain increased critical damage, and skill critical damage is further increased. Whenever allies hit a certain number of enemies, Himeko Nova immediately fires an assist skill, which does not consume any assist skill uses for this instance. In this mode, all allies' skill damage increases, and hitting more enemies can effectively increase the frequency of assist skill uses.
Exactly what I expected. She's the type to not just get the question right, but show off while doing it.
Look at the happy
It's all about
expression sort
adapting
of
to the
thing for
situation.
him.
Not
God.
only can the team fight, they can fight in more than one way.
If it always comes down to Himeko whenever these guys ought to be acting, aren't they just trying to slack off?
Ah, no need to worry. Whenever a trail-based companion other than Himeko Nova uses an assist skill, they'll immediately gain an extra turn. When it's time for them to act, they'll still do their job. It's worth noting that the number of extra assist skill effects triggered by companion protocols each battle is capped. However, Himeko Nova can reset that cap whenever she uses her ultimate. Using
Okay.
her ultimate, Himeko Nova immediately
So
takes
is
control
energy
of
region
Star
gonna be
Blazer,
good for
allowing
her?
to launch either Hyperluminal Particle Beam or Orbital Annihilation Pulse. When using Hyperluminal Particle Beam, she deals fire damage to all enemies and is granted one source energy point.
amount of
The
source
number of times
energy,
Hyperluminal
okay.
Particle Beam can be used during a single ultimate is limited. By consuming all source energy, she can unleash Orbital Annihilation Pulse, dealing fire damage to all enemies. Based on the amount of source energy consumed, the attack also deals additional instances of fire damage to one random enemy. Once the use limit is reached, Himeko Nova automatically consumes all remaining source energy to unleash Orbital Annihilation Pulse. She then immediately delivers a final blow, dealing multiple instances of fire damage to one random enemy.
Nice.
Don't tell me it was that brown-haired, glasses-wearing kid from their crew who came up with those names.
Calling well a
Come
kid.
on, Mr. Yang is at least a mature, dependable young man, you know?
I never said it was him.
Who else would it be? What?
Okay, let's just get back to the abilities.
Who else is brown haired?
While Himeko Nova is on the team, the max number of technique points is increased. After using her
Nice.
technique, Himeko Nova enters the
Yeah,
cruise
this
state and
is-
switches to a cockpit
this is
view,
like a power
delivering
creeper
truly
Fireflies
immersive piloting
technique.
Experience.
Piloting a mech this brilliantly? That's my daughter, all right.
Did you just find that out today?
Someone needs to hype her up.
But by saying that out loud, ain't you?
That was my plan from the very beginning.
I guess you weren't playing the hype man. You were playing me. Cruise lasts for a set amount of time and attacks all enemies within a certain range. Normal enemies struck by Cruise are defeated instantly without
Ooh,
entering
yeah, it's
combat.
definitely a power
Against
creep.
stronger enemies, Himeko Nova will immediately use her skill at the start of each enemy wave after entering combat.
Instant
And if
killing
no
of
enemies are
multiple
hit,
enemies at a
all technique
time.
points are consumed.
Nice.
The old geezers in the work chat could learn a thing or two from
Ah!
this clear design logic. Every time we sync up, they send everything in bits and pieces.
Okay,
Nice to
let's
know about
sum it up.
how
Himeko Nova is a
Lord
navigator
Ravages
centered
use a
around
group
piloting
chat.
Star
God.
Blazer, capable of both damage and support. She excels at adapting to a variety of combat scenarios through her flexible mechanics and broad team synergies. Together with her unique cockpit view, she delivers
It's nice
a
to see
dynamic
more on that
and diverse
blading use.
gameplay experience. By leading the entire team in piloting the mighty Star Blazer into battle, or using it to support teammates and strike on their behalf, Himeko Nova can effectively increase both the team's combat tempo and overall damage output, allowing the team
And
to
letting
maintain
her and Welt
relentless
be on the
pressure
team together is
throughout
kind of
battle.
fun.
Verdict focuses on having allies use more ultimates to increase the frequency of Himeko Nova's assist
Notice
skill.
they
Well,
never
that's
show
amazing.
her with
Boosts the
Ebonite
whole
though,
team's
because
skill damage
the
and
devs
speeds up
know
the use
that
of
they
the
don't
assist
sit
skill
in her
through
dry.
hitting
It's like,
more
come on.
enemies. You could say that for her, combat goes beyond just defeating opponents. Each battle is a true act of navigation, time and time again.
It would appear the Express has taken her quite far indeed.
If anything, she's the one who carried the Express farther than ever before. And with that, it's time to wrap up this episode of Keeping Up with Star Rail. Let us set forth to the next destination. Ooh, finally done recording. That's a wrap for today. Sure, we had an unscripted guest crash the program halfway through, but overall, it was a pretty smooth ride to the final stop.
Attention Keeping Up with Star Rail Studio. Attention Keeping Up with Star Rail Studio. Your food delivery has arrived.
I don't remember ordering anything. Wait, why would there be a delivery at this time? I have a feeling this isn't a regular delivery.
I ordered it for you.
For
Run.
me? Somehow
Just
that
get out
doesn't
of that.
Sound like good news.
Get out of that place
You've
fast.
been on your feet this entire time. Let me help.
Oh, wait a second. Sure, our show does overtime every now and then, but things haven't gotten that bad. I love my job. I really do. Especially the part where I'm alive while doing it.
Help bring your delivery inside.
Whew. You nearly gave me a heart attack. That's it. I made up my mind. From this day forward, if a Lord Ravager shows up in person, I'm getting back up.
Oh, that's gonna help. Yeah, rest in peace, Alba. That's a you problem. So yeah, she looks fun. It's neat that they show that she isn't just in a team with Trailblazers. You can have some flexibility with her. Though I do wonder if her optimal comps are going to include alternative characters or be full Trailblazer teams. Though I don't know what... Like, this is the thing. Remembrance Trailblazer's great. Well, his buff really helped him. Sunday's good. For generic team use, really. Permancer Terrori's good, but he's like the only actually good sustain option for the Trailblazers currently because the original March isn't fantastic. The March in either of her 4-star variants would work with Himeko, it's still not ideal. So those are like the main Trailblazers that are actually functionally built in a way that would work seemingly with Himeko, while Evernight doesn't. At all, really, because of Remembrance synergy, and Himeko is not a Remembrance character, and the way she encourages the team to be built would almost be anti-Evernight. As much as it's fun as they include her, functionally it makes no sense. The only reason that you'd put them on the same team would be to get unique dialogue, and you can get that dialogue through looking at the character profile, so you don't even need to do that. But yeah, no, seeing Mortonak's Blade on that same team made me smile. It makes me wonder if very, very long term we could see a mixed bag team between the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express. If they build one of the Stellaron Hunter characters, and I'd say Kafka is probably the most fitting, if not Elio himself, to, you know, build benefits in the team based on having other Stellaron Hunters present. If you put both Himeko and that character in the same comp, does it create both benefits and potential assist skills? That's my long-term hope, because I think it'd be very fun. And Kalis could technically count for both. Meaning, Remembrance, or if there's a future path that's even more fitting, would technically be able to trigger either. Let me know what you guys think. It's just a food for thought thing, but I do think the Stellaron Hunters are the other faction that could really make sense of this sort of build. They are basically... they're kind of heroes of the story in a way, while also being kind of viewed by the universe as villains. They're not our enemy, they're not even antagonists, they're kind of unsung heroes in this game. And I think it'd make sense to build them with the capability to do something like this too long term. Since we've got a secondary, an SP unit now of both Silverwolf and Blade, there are 2 Stellaron Hunter characters that have already got an original variants that could have alternative variants. And I think that Kafka having this sort of effect, or Elio on initial release, would both be the best move, because they are kind of the de facto leaders of sorts of the Stellaron Hunters. So them creating like a buff for the faction makes too much sense to me. And potentially, if Kafka's more generic this time around, rather than focusing on DOT, if she were some sort of supportive unit, then it'd be incredibly flexible. And if Elio's some sort of supportive unit, it'd be incredibly flexible. Like, I can't imagine Kafka as a sustain. Elio maybe could be, like, I don't know exactly what his role would be, though I do think supportive would make the most sense. I think he could technically be anything and it'd be justified. While Kafka's Spirit Whisper seems to be her highlight and most powerful ability, and I'd say that's more supportive technically. Either way, just food for thought. If you guys had fun with this, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, and then maybe checked out some of my other stuff, because if you liked this, there is other Honkai Star Rail stuff on my channel. Until next time, have a good night, morning, day, whatever time it is, wherever you guys are in the world, and take care of yourselves. Bye!